Alright, welcome back. Some of you may notice that Pro7ect is wearing different clothes. That is because we were having internet issues day one of recording this, and Pro7ect, being the trooper he is, came back a different day just to finish this off. Thanks a lot for coming back, man.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm glad we can get this. So, without delaying this anymore, let's start up the game. Now, this is you versus Michael, the American player, during one of the mini tours that you helped finance. So thank you very much for that. More Brood War is always good.
You're welcome.
So, Michael, as I said, an American player, quite popular in and around a lot of these events. Rather solid. What do you think of Michael?
Actually, this games with Michael on this mini tour was my first games just at all. It was the first games that I played versus Michael. So actually, I saw his stream, I saw his games on this other tournaments, and he was very good. But actually, only now on that tournament I played against him just the first time. So actually, this game was the third of the best of three series, and actually on the first game, I won very solid. Just a one-side game was from me, and opposite and the second game was the one-side game from Michael. So, and was the third game. So I expected to win this game. But Michael was very good. I didn't expect that. But I felt like Michael had improved his skill quite a lot. So it was very hard game. Yeah, and he was very good.
Alright. So, as both of you were just doing your openings, would you give us a little preview as to what kind of strategy you're going to be running this game?
Yes, and I'm gonna just go barracks and the second command cell to build, and after that I'm gonna just make 5 barracks with quick +1 upgrade for Marines, and then this build helps the Terran to go pressure the Zerg when he's taking his third expo, and he has a very large amount of troops with Marines and medics, so it allows us to go pressure and to defend my expo and my base from this possible attack from the Zerg with mutilings. So it's very good build, but it has some disadvantage. Like when I go with this build order, I have very slow tech builds. So it's like it's very late tanks and very late vessels. It has some disadvantage, and so that's why I had to do just very huge damage to the Zerg with my build order. Just like to kill all these mutalists or to kill some Zerglings or just to kill third expo, and it's very important for the Terrans when they go with this build order. Yeah.
You were saying earlier that it's really important for a Terran player to put a lot of pressure on a Zerg, particularly on maps like Grand Line. Why was that? Actually, just in the mid game or in the late game, Terran has some disadvantage here because this map is very huge, and especially in this situation when we are in cross position, so Zerg has very a big choice to take another expo he can just take an island, island expo very easy. So. But Terrans need this third expo with gas. But actually here, this third expo has only minerals. So
for Terrans, it's very important just to take just another location or just like to go to the island. But it's very difficult. It's very difficult for Terrans. So he can just lose just in the tech matters in the late game. So it's very important just to try to kill the Zerg just before the 15 minutes or something like that is very important. So the Terrans just need to go fresh, just not to allow just to Zerg just to improve his tech and technology and just to build his route very safely, very easily. Because Terrans just need to keep Zerg in the pressure. It's very important.
All right. We saw you send the first scouting SCV in, which clearly saw he was going 3-hatch Muta. But
Yes.
then you sent in a second scouting SCV.
Yes.
What in particular were you looking for with the second scout?
Yeah. Actually, just I tried just to check his amount of Zerglings because some Zerg players they are making some drones or just it's like just economic oriented build order. But in this case, Michael just he didn't make any sunken colonies. So instead of that, just he made only Zerglings. He had like two packs of Zerglings, and it's very something like very aggressive style. So. And I have just a little bit disadvantage of this build order because this build order +1 upgrade, very quick +1 upgrade. When Terrans just go to this build order, he has just a very little amount in some timing. Actually, and that timing when Michael came with his Zerglings, so he can just kill just my Marines just very easily. And so that's why just Terrans needs some bunker just to build around the second command center. But just I tried just to defend with my just supply. You can see supply is very good. It's very helpful just to defend against such Zerglings. So just I went to check such Zerglings, and probably if I could just go through the Zerg base, maybe check it just for something like Hydra defense just for other buildings. Yeah.
Alright.
So as you can see now, just I go out with the Marines, just around 2 packs, and the Mutalisk has just some, and he has some Mutalisk and Zerglings, and only now he's making just Hydralisk aspect upgrade, and the Lurkers are not ready yet, so it's a very dangerous timing for the Zerg. And as you can see, his third aspect is ready, so I can go now to the center and just go pressure to Zerg. It's very dangerous timing for Zerg, but as you can see now, just Michael has very good Muralist micro, so he just killed my submarines, so it makes just my force is just like not so strong as I just went out the first.
Alright.
But still, it's very dangerous position for the Zerg. Yeah.
Something that's worth mentioning is the fact that you have such a big Marine force at this point in the game means that Michael is forced to have his Mutalists out in the center of the map to try to defend. And it means that you can get away with relatively few turrets in your main.
Yes. But actually, I just build the standard just turrets. Excuse me. Just we can focus on the 7. So.
Oh.
Yeah, I tried just to kill second lurker, but my scan was finished. But so it's kind of unlucky that I just lost every minute there. So in such situation, I have very big disadvantage. I have very bad position because I didn't kill his Echo, I didn't kill this Muralist and Zerglin, and he lost just 2 lurkers. It's not so big deal for the Zerg, and so he has now high upgrades very easily, very safely. But I have very late tech. I am building Starport only now, but and I have only just marine troops. It's very bad position for the Terran. So I had just better just control this marine troops. I need to just control this marines better, yeah, and to kill just his berserk third. Yeah, I'm very bad position now.
Right. You needed to do damage because you went for the 5 racks.
Yeah, so that's why I still just not. I try just to go out to the center and just to make some engagement, but Michael just he took very good position here. As you can see, he lurkers. And just not allowed just to go out, and you can see Zerglings through the center, and just he had very good vision just for through all maps. So it's very smart, very smart things from Michael. Yeah.
All right. So now that you're in now that you do have that big disadvantage, what are you looking to do to come back into this game?
Actually, when I lost just my Marines and the 7, just I feel like so just I love that game. So I just try to do something, anything, go fresh, or maybe try to kill some troops, and maybe I will just take some luck, and maybe Michael will just fail with his control. I just expect to go out to find something, and probably just to take just another location and just go the defense style, just a very passive style, just go and sit in the defense. Or actually, it was very bad position, so I didn't expect just everything. I had some plans how to make these games, and but I was not sure if it will work or not. And you can see Guardian,
Yeah, Guardians. What are your opinion on Guardians as a Terran player?
But it depends on the situation. In this situation, but Michael has some advantages here. So I think he could just allow to himself just to make this Guardians, because as you can see, these Guardians are making very not so bad just damage to me. Just killed my and gas, and because I need to just take the gas because as I told you, I don't have a gas on my third export, so gas is very important because I had to build my science battles. But in this